know Sheila E for her music. Now we're going to talk to her about her new book, The Beat of My Own Drum. That means what to you?
My life is what it means. Yeah, this is what I've been doing my entire life, beating drums, making music.
It took you said, a year to write the book.
A year.
Why
yeah.
so long or short?
Really, I wanted to write it a long time ago in my 30s. A friend had mentioned to me to start telling my story, and I wasn't ready to do it. So my sister-in-law, Sarah, she sat with me and she said, look, if you just tell me your stories, I'll just type it out and we'll look at it. And so she spent almost a year with me.
I know when you write a book, you have to pull so much out from way deep down. What was the hardest part about the book for you?
Remembering things. You know, once you tell a story, then something else comes up and then it reminds you of another story. And then getting the dates right, you know, or how old was I when it happened, because I'm thinking I was younger or sometimes I was older. I never knew. So I would reach out to my family, the fans, anybody who could tell me, what year was this?
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of your family, your dad, what does he think of the book?
He loved it. He said, good and bad. There was a couple of chapters that he couldn't go through, of course, about the abuse. But he said that there are things about me he did not know.
Your dad?
A lot.
Really?
A lot that he did not know. He said, I thought I knew you. He didn't even specify. He just said, I love you even more. That was wonderful.
Your dad Pete's adorable.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's revisit that about the abuse, because that's such an important part of the takeaway of this book. Mm-hmm. Is that the one big thing you want people to get from this? Because you speak, you're an advocate for young people.
Well, yeah, definitely. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to write it, because of that being part of my testimony and sharing with people. And really what I want them to take away is if someone is in any kind of situation of abuse, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it may be, abuse is abuse, go tell someone. And tell someone so that you can start getting help, getting out of the situation.
Right. You talk about that in detail. This was when you were 5 years old by a neighbor upstairs. You told me that your mother can't even read that part. Can she read any of the book? Is your mom?
She tried. She tried to ask me where could I read the book without that being a part of it, but it's intertwined in a lot of the story, you know, coming in and out of what has happened to me, why you know, I was angry all the time, and you know, and trying to understand. So I want her to read it, and every time we kind of discusses it, she starts to cry. So it's going to take some time, but she'll do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the music business. You were a girl, you write, in a guy's job.
Yeah.
Being a percussionist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know it was a guy's job.
Because your parents were so supportive.
Yeah, and plus my dad, like this furniture, we had congas, timbales, bongos, drums, you know, percussion everywhere in the house. My dad practiced every day. He rehearsed with his band. There were jam sessions on the weekends. Yeah. There was music in the house, like live music. So they never said to me, oh, by the way, because you're a young girl or a little girl that you can't play. That was never told in our household. They never said anything. So until I got out and started performing and recording with other artists, did I realize, oh, wait a minute, don't you have timbales and drums? You're like, no. You know, it was rare.
Okay, now you wrote the song, Glamorous Life with Prince. As you look back and you write your story here, has it been a glamorous life?
Oh my God, it's been amazing.
All right,
yes,
go girl.
It's been glamorous and glorious. Yeah. Now it's glorious. It's totally different. But with glamorous comes, you know, good and bad, you know, and that's part of life. So I'm glad that I never stayed to the, you know, at the top. Actually, when I was at my highest point as being very successful, I decided to turn around and say, I don't want to do this because it's too much, and I feel like I can't. I felt like things were getting away from me, and then you end up start to live a life that you create your own little. You know, I created a monster. I started becoming this person that I didn't even like. And so I realized I needed to change, so I walked away from it.
Where are you with Prince now?
Away.
You don't speak?
And we don't speak, yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Fine.
Yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you give a reason why?
No, it's just, you know, some people grow apart, and that's what we did. Yeah. I love change, and I love being around people that inspire me, you know, and after a while, if you're not getting inspired and it becomes a thing where people are bringing you down, you don't feel as healthy, then it's time for change. So I love change, and I love things to happen and change constantly. If they don't, I don't grow as a person.
Onward and upward.
Absolutely.
All right, the album is titled Icon.
Yes.
The album says what about you?
That big smile right there means I'm happy, and it means this CD came about because of the book. There were stories in the book that I realized should be a song, as well as there were songs that I written 5 years before this book that ended up being in the book because I didn't even know that it had all been a part of my life. So this is a very personal record.
They focused on the bright side of life. It's gonna be a lovely day.
And I love the video too for Lovely Day, so check it out. Sheila E, thanks for coming in, and
Thank you so
enjoy
much.
the tour.
Thank you.
And you've got a date coming up too for your birthday?
Yes, December 12th. Please come to the Conga Room. I'm celebrating my birthday, 57. Woo!
You wear it well, my friend.
Thank
you.
you.
You wear it well.
Thank
All
you.
right.